Hello Greenville, Todd Smith here, City Administrator. The last couple of days there's been some conversation about a solid waste fee the Board of Mayor and Aldermen discussed late September at their board retreat. Now this is not an arbitrary fee that the board just decided to implement. There's actually some thought behind the fee. Here's the issue with the fee itself. One, next year, FY16, the town of Greenville's budget goes up by about $700,000 to pay off previous bonds. Now those bond payments pay to renovate the Greenville High School campus done several years ago. So that's $700,000 of new fees that we have on our budget. On top of that, our wholesale liquor tax revenue is down about $100,000. So you can see next year we've got to find about $800,000 just in new monies to cover that gap. Now, in the next 3 to 4 years, that $700,000 payment fee goes up to about $900,000. So you can see the challenge here. We need to find about $1 million to go forward in our budget long term. Now, here's the option that we have looking at us in terms of this fee. The solid waste fee covers this $1 million expense. In addition to that, the solid waste fee covers the cost, but it also operates the solid waste department as a business in and of itself. In other words, the fees that we're looking at out there actually covers the cost of the expenses. Secondly, the residential solid waste fee equalizes the burden of the program itself. Today, as we speak, commercial businesses in Greenville pay a fee to get their garbage picked up every week. However, residential customers do not. So if you look at this residential fee, it equalizes the share of that cost across the board. Anytime you talk about a new fee, of course, it's going to be painful. However, there are other alternatives that we could look at that are just as painful, or if not more painful. If you look at covering $1 million, what does that mean from us operationally? Well, one, it could mean ending curbside service. That would cover that $1 million. Secondly, we could look at closing a couple of fire stations. Now, what that affects is our ISO rating, which means your homeowner's insurance cost is going to increase. We could cut about a third of our police officers off of every shift. That means about 2 police officers less per shift. Or we could look at ending programs, vital programs like the Roby Senior Center or the Park and Rec program. As you can see, those alternatives are as painful or more painful than a garbage solid waste fee. The BMA faces a number of big challenges in the next couple of years in terms of making the budget meet. The dedication of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen and the input of the citizens and collectively our community coming together will make sure that we can overcome these challenges and solving these problems to make Greenville even better. Thank you.